We are diving into one of the most dynamic digital landscapes in Southeast Asia today.
Thailand, absolutely. That's a real powerhouse market.
Fast-growing, intensely mobile-first, and interestingly, really focused on personal connections, genuine connections.
That authenticity piece is key there, yeah.
So our mission today is to cut through the noise, basically. Figure out the definitive playbook for email marketing success in Thailand. We looked at a whole stack of research, and it outlines, well, massive opportunity.
Huge potential, definitely.
But also some significant hurdles. And there's that persistent question. In a place so dominated by social media like Line, does email still actually hold any power? Is it relevant?
It's a fair question people ask all the time.
Okay, let's unpack this. The consensus we found in the source material is a pretty definitive yes. Email does work. But, and this is the crucial caveat, success hinges entirely on, well, two things. Cultural sensitivity and an almost obsessive dedication to mobile-first design.
Get either of those wrong, and you're basically dead in the water.
Exactly. Failure guaranteed.
And it's important to understand the strategic why behind email's value there. Look, social media is where daily interaction happens. It's vibrant.
Right, the playground.
Good playground, exactly. But brands quickly learn they don't own that playground. They don't own the data, the algorithm changes.
It's constantly changing, yeah.
Reach plummets, you're always paying to reach your own audience. Email, though, that's a channel you fully control.
Your asset.
Precisely. It's the direct line for nurturing leads, building those long-term relationships, completely independent of whatever the platforms decide to do next week.
Okay, and there was a statistic that just jumped out.
Ah, yes, the mobile one. This is the fact you absolutely must anchor your strategy on. Our research consistently shows over 90%. Think about that. Over 9 out of 10.
90%.
Thai consumers check their emails primarily on a smartphone.
So it's not just a trend, it's the default.
It's the fundamental constraint of the market. It means if you aren't designing for that small screen first, you are essentially, ignoring almost your entire audience before they even see your message.
That 90% figure really is the tail wagging the dog, isn't it? But let's talk about the environment this operates in. You mentioned cultural sensitivity, and the research highlights just how rampant spam is.
Oh, it's a huge problem.
Often spilling over from poorly regulated SMS marketing too, creating this atmosphere of really high consumer caution.
Deep-seated caution.
Which means your first goal isn't even selling anything. It's just earning the right to be in their inbox at all. It's a pure trust imperative.
100%. Trust first.
So, okay, let's assume our listeners know the absolute basics, have an unsubscribe link, don't buy lists, that kind of thing. What's the next layer? What's the trust building specific to the Thai market that helps a legitimate brand stand out from that deluge of junk?
Right. It's like the basics get amplified by cultural expectation. In Thailand, trust isn't just about getting consent, ticking a box. It's about respect.
Respect. Okay.
So transparency needs a slightly different definition. It means being incredibly clear, not just that they opted in, but what exactly they opted in for. And crucially, how often they can expect to hear from you.
Setting expectations up front.
Explicitly. The sources are really clear on this. Unsolicited emails, overly frequent messages, even vague communication, it all immediately triggers that spam reaction. It feels disrespectful.
Okay, so respect leads to the content itself.
Totally. The shift from selling to providing value has to be absolute. Think of it like this. If your email feels like just another commercial interruption, it's failing.
It's noise.
It's noise. But if it's a helpful resource, maybe exclusive early access, genuine local advice they can use, information they can't just get on your public social channels, then it succeeds.
And the tone.
The tone needs to match. It has to feel, the gentle, helpful, never demanding. Avoid that aggressive, hard sell language you might see in some Western markets. It's culturally quite jarring in Thailand.
That brings up a potential conflict, though, one I know our listeners think about. If you go all in on this slow, respectful, high-value approach, aren't you risking losing ground, like immediate market share, to competitors who are willing to push harder and faster?
That's the core tension, isn't it? The essential trade-off.
Is there a shortcut? Or is slow and steady the only real path here?
Look, the data we reviewed strongly suggests that trying to rush list growth with aggressive tactics, it just backfires. It guarantees high churn rates, maybe some initial signups, but then immediate unsubscribes.
And brand damage.
And serious damage to your brand reputation, which in a market built so much on personal connections and trust is incredibly expensive, maybe even impossible to fully repair.
So patience is key.
Patience is probably your most valuable currency in Thai email marketing. Sustainable growth comes from consistency, from delivering that value over time. The sources are unanimous. Prioritize the quality of the lead, the relationship, over the raw quantity of the list, especially early on.
I appreciate that clarity. It's a long game. Okay, let's move past just the basics of trust then. The research also really emphasizes that Thailand isn't, monolithic. It's diverse.
Very diverse.
What connects in, say, hyper-modern Bangkok might totally miss the mark in Chiang Mai or Phuket or Aizanan. You can't just blast the same message everywhere.
Absolutely not. A one-size-fits-all approach is doomed.
Here's where it gets really interesting. And we're talking personalization, right? But not just sticking first name in the subject line. We need real cultural nuance, geographical relevance, but done at scale. How do the brands that are succeeding actually do that? How do they execute true localization effectively?
Segmentation has to be extremely granular. You go way beyond just location.
Like what?
Things like expressed interest, past purchase history, definitely language preference within Thailand, even their engagement levels with previous emails. Are they openers, clickers?
So you tailor based on behavior too.
Precisely. A campaign pushing, say, high-end luxury shopping experiences might work in certain parts of Bangkok. Send that same email to consumers in the Northeast, where priorities might be more around community events or, deals related to local festivals. It will completely fail. It shows you don't understand them.
But it's more than just translating words, isn't it?
Oh, much more. Localization means understanding the context. The imagery you use, does it resonate locally? Is it relevant? And the tone, again.
How so with tone?
Well, for example, a very formal tone might be fine, even expected for maybe a financial institution or some B2B communication. But for most consumer brands, lifestyle products, a warmer, more approachable, maybe slightly less formal tone is usually better. It should reflect genuine human interaction, not corporate speak.
Can you give us a concrete example? Like, where could a brand unintentionally mess up culturally, even if they think they're being friendly?
Yeah, a classic misstep is using overly direct, almost demanding calls to action CTAs.
Like BUYNW in huge letters.
Exactly. In Thai communication culture, generally, being less direct, more invitational, is often perceived as more polite and respectful. So instead of that commanding BUYNW, maybe frame it differently. Something like, see how this could help you, or explore your options here, or learn more today. It's a subtle shift, but it avoids that feeling of being pressured or demanded, which aligns better culturally and builds that trust we talked about. It dramatically improves acceptance.
That's a fantastic insight. So it's this interplay between personalization tech and deep cultural understanding.
Absolutely. You need both. AI tools are great. They help segment audiences and deliver personalized messages at scale, which you absolutely need.
You can't do it manually for thousands.
No way. But the human element, the cultural editor, the person who ensures the local imagery is right, the tone feels genuinely respectful, the offers are relevant to that specific group, that's what makes a campaign truly effective, not just automated. You have to you see them, understand their reality, whether that's knowing about a local holiday or which payment apps they prefer in their region.
It's showing you've done your homework.
Basically, yes.
Okay, let's circle back to that huge number, the 90% mobile statistic, because it's like the fundamental delivery constraint. In Thailand, email is mobile email.
It just is.
We established that if it doesn't look absolutely perfect on that small screen, the user is gone in a second. And this isn't just about responsive design in the technical sense, right?
Yeah.
It's also about the infrastructure.
Exactly. You have to account for the network environment too.
So what are the non-negotiable design rules? What does the full mobile playbook look like for this market, considering both the screen size and potential network issues?
Right. You have to assume network speed is variable, potentially inconsistent. People are checking emails on the go, maybe on public Wi-Fi, maybe on 3G or 4G that fluctuates.
So optimization is paramount.
Aggressive optimization is key. Rule 1, image compression has to be rigorous. Large images, even those that take just a few extra seconds to load, are instant conversion killers. People are often sensitive to data costs, too.
Good point. Okay, rule 1, compress images. What else?
Rule 2, keep your layouts extremely simple and linear. Single column is usually safest. Forget complex multi-column designs. They just break or reflow unpredictably on different devices and email clients. Clean and simple.
Makes sense. Keep it foolproof.
Rule 3 is all about scannability. Copy needs to be short. Use bullet points. Use clear, visible headers. Remember, people are likely scanning this while waiting for the BTS SkyTrain or during a quick coffee break.
3-second rule.
Pretty much. If they can't grasp the core message, the main point, in just a few seconds of scanning, they're likely to just move on. They won't stick around to decipher it.
Okay, simple layout, scannable copy, optimized images. What about actually using the email, the interactive bits? We talked about thumb-friendly earlier. What does that mean in practical terms?
It means your tap targets, usually your buttons, your main CTAs, they need to be large enough to be easily and accurately tapped with a thumb without accidentally hitting something else right next to it.
Is there a guideline?
Yeah, best practices generally recommend buttons be at least 44 by 44 pixels. It sounds technical, but it's purely practical. It's not just about convenience. It avoids user frustration. Clicking the wrong thing accidentally is annoying, and it undermines that professional image and the trust you've worked so hard to build.
So even button size connects back to trust.
It all does, really. And one final piece, often overlooked, the preview text.
Ah, that little snippet you see in the inbox list.
Exactly. That line of text visible before someone even opens the email. For many users, especially on mobile, that preview text combined with the subject line is the only thing they'll read to decide whether to open or delete.
So it's prime real estate.
Absolutely critical real estate. It needs to be compelling. It should extend the subject line, not just repeat it. Use culturally appropriate language there, too, to spark curiosity or maybe create a little urgency without being pushy. It's that final gateway on the mobile screen.
That ties everything together nicely. The tech, the user experience, the cultural sensitivity, all coming together right there in the inbox view. So we've really defined these pillars for success, haven't we?
I think so. It's about building trust through the respectful, value-driven communication.
Right. Then leveraging deep personalization and localization for genuine cultural relevance.
Mm-hmm. And underpinning it all is that mandatory, non-negotiable, mobile-first design and optimization.
Get those right.
And you're on the right track. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the whole strategy is really about building a long-term asset. Email marketing in Thailand, done right, isn't about quick tactical wins or just blasting promotions.
It's not a sprint.
It's definitely not a sprint. It's fundamentally about securing sustainable, long-term customer relationships. It's done through consistent, thoughtful communication that keeps proving to the user, this brand respects my time, respects my culture, and respects the fact I'm probably reading this on my phone.
Exactly. The brands that really succeed, based on this research, are the ones who view the inbox less as a sales channel and more as a space for an ongoing conversation.
A relationship space.
Yeah, a relationship space. They're the ones who manage to turn that incredibly crowded, often spam-filled digital landscape into a genuine opportunity for building deep customer loyalty.
Well put.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? The sources are pretty unanimous on this. The rate at which you grow your email list in this specific market might actually be a direct reflection of your long-term success potential. Faster isn't always better here.
Which leads to, I think, a really important final thought for you to consider. Given that Thailand is this incredibly fast-growing digital market, yes, but one that relies so heavily on building these slower personal relationships to overcome that deep distrust caused by all the spam. Well, the question becomes, how much slower should your brand be willing to grow its list, especially at the beginning?
The trade-off question again.
Right. Are you willing to perhaps sacrifice, say, 20% of your initial short-term list size target? Aim for slightly slower growth if it means you absolutely guarantee that you're building that crucial foundation of long-term trust and message consistency from day one. That initial investment in respect and patience, that might just define your ultimate success or failure in the Thai market.